baptism? Pastors probably, I don't know how he does the baptism. I've never been to any of that. Probably going to ask if you believe in Jesus Christ, do you receive Jesus Christ, any something like that. I don't know what he's going to ask, but he probably asks you something like that. Before he says, you receive Jesus Christ in your heart, and then I think 2 people are going to be in the baptismal. Each of you will go in and he'll dip you. We're going to hold your nose and dip you in the water. Try not to struggle. Just hold your breath like you're going to swim.
It's only going to be for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds. You're down in the water and you're up. Sometimes some people who get baptized come out speaking in tongues.
Flip.
They just come out.
Now they're having it convincing.
You think that's going to happen?
We go laka.
Is that one of your desires? Paul says you must desire the
To speak in tongues.
Right?
Prayer. Stronger prayer.
Stronger prayer. You spend an hour speaking in tongues because remember, you're praying to God. Only God knows what you're saying. Right?
Not just the secret.
Let's go. Why you look so pitiful? He's sleeping. He's so. You don't have nothing else to do. Who's reading?
Oh, take the weed of the weed. Now, I don't know how to say these names. Korah.
Numbers chapter 16. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and on the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. Oh.
So what happened?
So Korah was the son of Izhar, who was the son of Kohath, who was the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram was the sons of Eliab. Sit down. No.
Esco.
Sit. No.
No. Sit.
Don't look at me like that.
Sit down.
Exactly, because you know the consequences.
Good boy. Good boy. Okay.
So what happened now,
And
Mom?
they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. So these were well-respected men. And they gathered themselves together against Moses. They didn't remember what happened to Moses.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They done.
Against
That's
Aaron,
crazy.
Said unto them, you take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore then lift you up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face, and he spake unto Korah and unto all the company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him who he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto me. So if you're questioning whether God called me, pass me that blanket, please. And do not use it. Thank you. So Moses is saying, if you're questioning if God really called me, then tomorrow God will speak to the one that he really called, and we'll see.
Flip.
Okay?
Exactly. That's crazy.
This do, take your censers, Korah, and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth choose, he shall be holy. You take too much upon you, you sons of Levi. And you're doing too much now, is what Moses is saying. And Moses said unto Korah, hear I pray you, you sons of Levi, seemeth it but a small thing unto you, that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them? You think it's a small thing that God has done, that God has chosen you?
Right.
Is what he's saying. Remember this now, okay? You think this is a small thing that God has chosen you, huh, to do this? No. He said, and you have brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also. Now you want the priesthood?
Flip.
Huh? God has chosen you, okay, to minister before the congregation. The Levites, remember? So they're Levites. So he's talking to Korah now, because Korah is a Levite. Okay? For which cause both you and all your company are gathered together against the Lord. So now, and what is Aaron that you murmur against him? And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up. So now he sends for them. They said, we're not coming to you. It is a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us. So he's saying to Moses, so now you've brought us into the wilderness to kill us. Take us out of the land of milk and honey. That's Egypt, where they were slaves, right? He says, now you think you're a prince over us. Now you think, who put you in charge? Okay? Okay. Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. And Moses was very wroth, and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. You see, let me tell you something.
Flip.
Do not, look at me, both of you. Do not speak against a man or woman of God. Do you hear me?
We will never do that.
When you're ministering to your cohorts, make sure that's one of the things you do. When you hear people talking about, oh, that pastor, or all that pastor wants is your money. Oh, look at his cars. Walk away. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Do not put your mouth with it. You see this? Moses, the man of God, now, because when that man or woman of God prays to God against you, look at this. And Moses was very wroth and said unto who?
God.
Lord. Respect not their offering. Don't take their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moses said unto Korah, be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow. And take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers, thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer, and put fire in them, and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. Oh my God. Ugh. I need a highlighter. This is.
I thought I put a highlighter
Here,
on.
thank you very much, Ricky. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Look at him over there fast asleep. He just found a little corner. He don't want my blanket. Camille, did you see that? He's like, you should have just left Camille with his blanket. And verse 15 is serious though. This is the man of God, the man that God has chosen to lead them. Now they've come up against him. So who put you and Aaron in charge? Moses prayed. And Korah gathered all the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And they fell upon their faces and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? They forgot what happened to Miriam, eh? So quick.
I forgot a lot of things. They forgot a lot of things. They forgot what happened to their enemies. They under the ocean. No, they
May
enemies.
you help us. That we may
Lord
never
God, may
forget.
you help us that we
We may
never
never
forget
forget your goodness
your
in our
goodness
lives.
in our
We may
lives.
never forget forget your miracles.
May we never forget your
May we
miracles.
never come against
May
you,
we
Lord.
never come against you, Lord God. Help
To
us, Lord
fear
God,
you.
to
Help
fear
us
you with
to
all that we
stand
have in
before you
in
all
us.
the days of
Help
our
us to
lives.
stand before you
In
all the days of
Jesus'
our
name,
lives. In
amen.
Jesus' name,
And the
amen.
Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation, saying, Get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses
Wow, you're
rose
gonna
up
have
and
fun
went unto
names and
Dathan
do
and
this.
Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest you be consumed in all their sins. So they got up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives and their sons and their little children.
Play it.
Oh God, I want you to see this.
Play it.
And Moses said, Hereby you shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind. Okay? Moses said, I didn't do all these things of my own mind, of my own thing. The Lord sent me to do these. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then you shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. Do you see this?
A whole family about to be eaten by the earth.
Because
Quick.
of their wickedness. Because they dare to challenge the man of God. After everything that they have seen, after the way Moses had led them, they dare to stand up and challenge his authority in their lives. Okay?
Believe it.
Now they feel like they've reached.
I believe it. Be seeing it on TV
And it
show.
came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up with their houses, and all the men that appertained unto Korah, and all their goods. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. So now they knew that God had called Moses. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Not all. Bruh got his whole family.
His
Mom.
whole family. So I want you to learn something from that. Okay? That what the head of that family does affects the rest of the family. Do you see that? What did the wives and children do? What did the servants do that was with them?
Nothing.
The wives probably didn't even agree with them coming up against Moses.
Right.
Huh? May God have mercy upon us. May God have mercy upon us in the name of Jesus. May God forgive the head of this
Oh
household
God, forgive the head
for
of this
all his
household.
sins and his wrongdoings. Let your mercy, Lord, locate him. Be merciful unto those of us, Lord, that we may not suffer another man's death. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord God. Your mercy locate us. They and all that appertain to them went